So we are in this yama niyama. As we have already discussed that 5 yamas. So ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha iti. Then comes niyama, saucha, santosha, tapaswadhyaya, iswara, pranidhanani. So while discussing this niyama, we also discussed that yama and niyama both are to be followed together. It is not one way. Like you can say, look, I can only follow yama now, then later on niyama. Or I am following niyama now, later on I will follow yama. It doesn't work. So it is to be followed together. So when we also very clearly discussed, especially in Saucha, so we said Saucha, one is Bahya Saucha, other one is called Abhyantara or Anta Saucha. So external purification, external cleanness, other one is called internal cleanness. So then also we discussed in between that when we talk about this Abhyantara or Antasaucha, where all emotion comes, starting with Irsha, jealous. Also we have, this one's own abhimanam, thinking one's own self higher than actually. That is called abhimanam. Always putting one's own self in high pedestal. So thinking one's own self higher than actual. Of course, hatred, gruna, and there are many things we have. So when we look at all these things, that only can be purified through proper thinking. And of course, we have also this body shaucham being Yoga Sutra, also Sharira Shaucham. So Sharira Shaucham we just little bit we covered and kept it. Now when you look at this Sharira Shaucham, actually Sharira Shaucham is a very big thing to look at. We say in Goraksha Samhita, also same thing is being talked in Gheranda Samhita also both. Dhauti vastis tatha neti, laukiki tratakas tatha, kapala bhatis chetani, sat karmani samacharit. So these are the 6 karma, 6, let us say, purification karma, shodhana karma, we say, to be performed. So what are these? Dhauti, Vasti, Neti, Nauli, Trataka, and Kapalavhati. In fact, all these things will come in our Vishwamitra Kriya. So very soon book is coming, okay? So we have to now focus on this aspect very carefully. Now, when we talk about that dhauti, so we also have different types of dhauti. Because if you want to really go, so we classify dhauti into 3 categories. I think I should not, spoil your mind today adding a lot of information, okay? So it is just information sake. So we say, this Bari Dhauti, Brahma Dhauti, Vasa Dhauti, ityadi. And like how with the help of Vastram, cloth you do, that is called Vastra Dhauti. So Brahma Dhautun, that means from a small stick we take and through that we do. And the Bari also, how we drink lot of water, and of course then after that what we do. So like Bhamana Kriya, so we vomit it. So all these things comes under dhauti. In fact, once in a while it is really to be done. And of course, once in a while also to be done this Mula Sodhanam. That is also little bit difference in Gheranda Samhita. Sometimes we should see, look at. And of course, this when you look at this Antadhavuti, some people say differently that Agni Sarakriya, Vata Sarakriya, some will say Bari Sarakriya. So there are difference are there, Kriyas are different. However, when we look at all these things, that Dhavuti really to be done very carefully, the reason is why. It has to be done under a person, under supervised, or under supervision, not directly. For example, see Danta Dhavuti we have. We have Danta Mula Dhavuti. And also you have Jivha Mula Dhavuti. We have got, this whole mouth itself, we have got a lot of cleaning. It's not just like that. Because or else what will happen, you can see very nicely. I don't know whether you have observed or not. Very nice. Sometimes I had seen live, and of course in the movies, in the channels, Discovery Channel and other things you see. Crocodile. Crocodile, after eating whatever, like meat or whatever, so will come out and lie down. Keep the mouth open. Have you ever observed? And when it keeps mouth open, birds, especially crow and other birds, do you know what they do? They clean that. Very nice. But crocodile will never catch them. Never. In fact, that is called Dhavuti here. Okay, you understand what I am trying to say? So the nature does a cleaning. Same thing also if you observe. Only human being does not do proper cleaning, okay? They use all chemicals and whatnot, or no chemicals, okay? And this is another group. So like, if you observe especially dog or cat, cat eats something and not digestible, go away, eat some grass and vomits. Dog also do the same thing. And any animal kingdom, when they have some stomach issues or some problem, they will not eat at all. They will hide themselves in such a, allow the body to take over. But only human being, when they have some problem, they need all attentions. All attentions, all hunger, there is nothing will enter, but you need. So, and also you'll expect, because this comes, because our mothers have spoiled in our childhood. Hey, my child is not okay. So, can you drink this? Can you drink that? If nobody comes, you feel uncomfortable. If people come also, you feel uncomfortable. Because deep within already you are uncomfortable. Okay, that's another issue. However, so here, what is being highlighted here is that Saucham, when you do, this is Sarira Saucham, is the most important aspect. Because if Sarira Saucham is not there, please understand, definitely you cannot proceed. I'll give you a beautiful example from my life. Yesterday's example I can give you. Sometimes this, I'm personally telling you, this dhoti, the vastram that I put. So, like, day before yesterday, after came, so yesterday I saw in one class, so there was an old dhoti. It's okay, and it was kept. So I put that old dhoti, very old it was. You may believe it or not, that, that energy is not there. When it is too old, because what happened is the way you dress, that gives you different type of urja, different type of energy altogether. That's why we have different type of dress codes for different purposes. If you go to a temple, don't go with a jean pant and jean shirt, okay? And which can stand just like that, stinking and standing, you understand? It's not allowed. Also, every culture, they have certain formal, certain ways, because based on that, your energy completely changes. So whether you accept it or not, that works very well. So also this sarira shaucham is must, along with what we said, along with sattvika ahara. So to purify body, I need to do, because or else what will happen, in the name of sattvika ahara, I'll eat up to this. Especially when you do all this basti, dhauti, you will discover you will never overfeed your body. It will not accept. Because you will be so sensitive with your body, especially when you go through this, panchakarma with the Ayurvedic system. After panchakarma over, your body becomes so sensitive. You will not feel like eating unnecessarily. You will not feel like munching anything unnecessarily, at least for 1 week, okay? Later on, of course, you develop your habits, your things. So this is what being talked very nicely. Now, when you do also Trataka to take care of your eyes. Now, Kapalabhati also, that Kapalabhati takes care of many other things. So now, through this, also we say, one of the most important thing also we say, that many people do have constipation. So when people have constipation, means mind is constipated sometime, okay? I'm sorry to use this word, okay? When mind gets constipated, this also gets that way, it goes. So what we have also, you have to go with the medicines. Apart from this dhoti, the dhauti, basti, all these things. So there are medicines, like for example, we have this, all of you know that how this, we have this, Triphala Churna. So how that is to be taken. And also by different Shastras, especially Sutra Samhita, do talk which month, which medicine you should take, means which herb you should take. So I was going through very nicely, goes, So generally what happened is, like, these are this seasons, for example, this summer seasons, okay? Like last month, this month and coming month, these 3 months. So Chaitra, Vaishakya. So what we do, these 2 months and another 1 month, 3 months continuously, the person is supposed to take, this one of the churna, especially out of Triphala Churna, sometimes also Triphala Churna, 3 things together, along with some honey. And it is supposed to be taken for 3 months. So when you take that, the system really clears. Also there are many ways we to take, when the rainy season starts, you are supposed to take jaggery whole month. So rainy season time, when you take jaggery, the system is being taken care. Because all these things being talked, because there is a list which month what is to be done, how to go about it. What it highlights, that you have to take care of your body. Because if body is not cooperating with you, definitely some type of rejection will come in you, which is not healthy at all. That's why as people grow old, please understand, as people grow old, they get more and more rejected and dejected. Because body does not cooperate. And remember, life is all about that whatever has to happen will happen, but how to change, how to look differently is in your hand. I remember one story of Purana. The story was like this, related to this Lord Shiva. Earlier, as you know, this Agni, the fire, fire deity, was cursed by Parvati. So the curse was such a bad curse that earlier Agni Devata, presiding deity, was able to, move with all gods and everything. But she gave the curse that whatever you touch, wherever, everything will get burnt. And you will remain dirty. And the worst part is, you will never understand what is good, what is bad. You will keep burning everything. Because you could not decide what is right and what is wrong. And this is a beautiful point to observe. I am coming to the point. And of course, you will be dirty because you don't have anything. When Lord Shiva appeared finally, Lord Shiva said, look, whatever she has given cursed, I cannot help. Already gave it. Even if she wants to also, she cannot do it. But something can be done. So what can be done? I can allow you to relook your life differently. So how to relook your life differently? By approaching your life differently. Situation will be same. Condition will be same. But approach towards your life will be entirely different. How? First thing is, look, this much I can say. Yes, you will not differentiate what is good or bad. But I bless you, you will burn everything. So focus on burning capacity, not focus on good or bad or you are bad. That's why you will remain pure. And on the top of it also, whatever comes in touch with you, whatever gets burnt, that also will be pure. That's why in Hinduism, we burnt the body. So when we burn the body, there are many psychological impact also, because by burning the body, you allow that person not to hover for longer time. And of course, astrally, if you look at, by burning the body, so you purify that body. So when that body is purified, because they say, how is it possible? It's all this thing not right. Yeah, every religion does purification, okay? Like even if also in Christianity, before they put you in coffin, they do some purification. So without purification, they don't do it. So everywhere this concept is there, okay? Please, every religion do follow all these things. But when it comes to Hinduism, this, especially in India, they talk very badly, all over the world also. But unfortunately, so we have to understand and get prepared for all these things. However, what I am highlighting here is that anything and everything will be purified. Now, you look at the life differently, that you are a purifier. But all the course continued. Now, Agni Devata continues with a different approach. Can you see this point? So, in life, we will come across everything. That's why this is Santosha, Saucha Santosha comes. So Santosham is something to be cultivated first. Because for anything and everything, first is my peace of mind. At the cost of my peace of my mind, I cannot afford many things in life. And that can happen, that can come with lot of maturity. Then you can say a lazy person also does the same thing. Please understand, lazy person will have either sense of regret or sense of guilt. When you don't start anything thinking that all these things, that means later on you will have lot of inferiority complex, which will lead to sense of inferiority, which is sense of guilt or regret. So here, while discussing all these things, says that because we have like list of all these things, now we need to be very clear that this kapha, vata and pitta, this is to be balanced. Because if this is not balanced, definitely the body is not going to cooperate. And of course, we also do talk, all these things comes under this Saucham. Saucham is a very big list. Also doing bhajana, kirtan, pranayama. All these things also helps in purification of the body. And the most important thing also, we do use, and nowadays very many people don't use at all. So we use oil. So people don't use oil if this is modern age fellows. So the dry skin, they will use lotions, you understand? Lotion, namesake some oil. Regularly use oil and take shower. That will take care of your body. You don't need anything, to be very honest. Whereas what happens nowadays, nobody uses oil. Then after that, you use, like for example, if you apply oil and take bath, and of course shampoo, oil and all this thing, you don't need conditioner. The best conditioner is oil. Then you need conditioner because every hair has to be, fine, you understand? And you know better, I don't want to get into. So what I am highlighting here is, so we need to also take care of all this kapha, vata, pitta in such a way that body cooperates with me. In short, that body has to listen to me. So when body listens to me, automatically I am available, or body is available to me for the higher thing. Or else what will happen is, even if my mind is ready, everything is ready, I want to practice many things, but remember, body is not going to cooperate at all. So all these things when you talk, then comes Swadhyaya. So when we talk about Swadhyaya, so Swadhyaya, generally many people will say Swa-adhyaya. So Swa-adhyaya means self-analysis, they will say. Studying by self is wrong, okay? Never do that, okay? So Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. See, the tune goes my thing. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. So we have one injunction in Vedic injunction called Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Let there not be any sort of hiccups with reference to Swadhyaya and Pravachana. So what does it mean? So Swadhyaya means is a very technical word we use, that studying one's own Veda. So each one of us belongs to one Veda. So that's why we try to find out. And if that is not, at least some people do follow straight away, like Rig Veda, they do follow. Absolutely no problem. So what is happening is, here it says beautifully, that when a person does Swadhyaya, studies one's own Veda, we'll be seeing little details later on. Now you can see for yourself. There is a commitment for you. Like, for example, every day you decide one text you will chant. Whatever text it may be. Because all Upanishads belongs to Vedas. Now, to start with, every day some 10 minutes, some chanting. Like Kathopanishad, Mundaka Upanishad. Just 10 minutes. So this 10 minutes you are not going to waste actually, to be very honest. Because when you start chanting, two things happens. If you do not know meaning, you will be interested to know the meaning. If you already know the meaning, you will start dwelling upon the meaning while chanting. Can you see this point? And when you start dwelling upon the meaning while chanting, that is called nitidhyasana. And also while chanting, some doubts will be arising. Your habitual error will take over. Then also while chanting the next one, again it will be dismissed. That's why we say one of the best method of managing this long depression through parayana. That's why we had this sort of things in our culture, because especially when somebody passes away, nearer one, so definitely there is a mourning time, lot of discussions, but what do they do? Those days it was there. So Garuda Purana Parayana will continue. And there will be some free time. That time they will, come for, wishing or greeting or whatever, okay? Some people come to wish, some people come to greet, both way. I'm sorry. However, here, when that parayana continues, that really heals a lot. For example, I have seen also few cases, few people have done. This is how it's supposed to be done. For example's sake, I'm saying it. Like somebody did long back. In fact, I have done few other things. Let me not get into me. We do 7 days Bhagavata Parayana. Complete Bhagavatam, you can chant in 7 days. Forget about Bhagavad Gita. Like continuously 7 days you can chant. Means every day complete it. It takes few hours to complete. You will discover what happens is, those 7 days you cut off yourself from all activities, like having some fruits or what we call sattvika ahara, offering and properly. When you do, you will discover that anta saucha, mukha saucha, bahya saucha, all saucham will take place. And also, the bahya saucha means the surrounding also. And some people also do, which I really appreciate. If you have money and other things, 7 days you can, after parayana, you can do ahuti on every mantra. Means offering this thing, havana, offering ghee to the fire in each mantra. That really creates a big, big energy and impact. Through this, what happens is, now the impurities that one has in the body, mind, that is being taken care. It is exactly like when a person with understanding or Shraddha takes a dip in the Ganga. Whereas there are people, those who take dip in Ganga to, earn money is another group, okay? Or those who take dip in the Ganga, they don't take dip Ganga, they jump into the Ganga for water sports. Like boating, this rafting, they do it, okay? Because there is no Shraddha involved at all. That's why they don't get other benefit. They get only the external benefit because they are gross. That's why gross people get gross benefit. Can you see this point? Whereas a subtle person gets subtle benefit. That's why whole life is how to make yourself subtle. Not following the gross thing at all. That's why this Swadhyaya and Saucham, always we link together. Swadhyaya, reading your Veda, doing Parayana of your Veda or Shastra, takes care of your regular malam, regular impurities. Like one of the best example, just I am trying to give you. Like it is a habit, matter of habit. Why and how? For example, after taking shower and all these things, suppose you develop a habit to offer some water to sun god or with a mantra to sun god. So once you start making a habit, you will discover wherever you are, even if there is no water, you will stand and do the prayer, and that will taken care. So that becomes part of it. Or else what will happen is, the moment you take shower, so your mind is speed up, so you unnecessarily speed up for no reason. We all are speeding up for what? Like the dog is busy 24 hours. For what? So we all are speeding up our life. For what? Hey, Swamiji, fantastic. That is also equally wrong. That is equally not wrong, equally dangerous, I would rather say, okay? It's not wrong, it's dangerous. Because you will become, dead in few days, in few months. Only sense of regret, and of course your energy will be, nobody will look at you. So at least, something is happening, something is moving, better continue, okay? I respect this group doing something. So unnecessarily don't speed up your life. And that will happen when Ishvara Pranidhana comes. That's why I'm linking everything. So bringing Ishvara in life, not conveniently. So we relate with Ishvara in each and every time, every moment. That's why we are very clear. We don't believe in Ishvara. We don't believe in God. There is not in word at all. Why to believe in Ishvara? But we relate with Ishvara. Can you see this point? If you want to talk Dvaita language, the language of duality, you can say that I relate with Ishvara. Not I believe in Ishvara. They don't say Ishvara, God. That believing in doesn't work. I believe you, tomorrow you say, I don't believe. Can you see this point? Whereas if you say, I relate with you, tomorrow you say, I may not relate, but don't worry, even if you don't relate with Ishvara, with whomsoever you relate, that is also Ishvara. Because without relating, you cannot survive, even including relating with your thought that I don't want to relate. That thought itself is Ishvara. So I relate with Ishvara. In each and every time, Ishvara is in me. In fact, Ishvara is me, not in me, is me later on. He reaches. You understand? So long before they reach, reaches, okay? So here, before I reach, in transaction level, already Ishvara is there. In fact, anywhere and everywhere is Ishvara. That's why this person never feels uncomfortable anywhere. That's why this pilgrimage concept was there. When you go as a pilgrimage, not present day, planned pilgrimage, okay? It's not like that. There what happens? You completely surrender to the Ishvara in their way, even if not with understanding. So then what happens? Everything is taken care. So they look at everything is Ishvara's work and they relate with anybody and everybody. And other people also easily relate with a pilgrimage person. So that's why Ishvara Pranidhana also is equally important. So when discussing this thing, then the next sutra I was looking at, next sutra will be seeing on Monday, Vitarka Vadhane Pratipaksha Bhavana iti. So how this yama niyama, when it's being followed, what is happening and how it works, that we will see in the next class. Om Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.